What if your loved one started forgetting your name? What if they accused you of stealing something they never even owned? Or worse, what if it was you and you didn't even realize it was happening? This video might be the most important one you watch this year, because today we're revealing 10 early signs of dementia you must never ignore before it's too late. Dementia doesn't arrive like a thunderstorm. It creeps in, softly, silently. A misplaced key, a forgotten word, an unfamiliar road in your own neighborhood. And while most people brush it off as just old age, the truth is far more chilling. The earliest signs often appear years, sometimes decades, before full-blown dementia sets in. So don't scroll past this, because recognizing these signs early could save a life. Subtle memory loss that affects daily life. We all forget things. Where we put the remote, whether we lock the door. That's normal. But if someone starts forgetting conversations that just happened or asks the same question over and over, that's not forgetfulness. That's memory erasure. It's not that they don't remember, it's that they never stored it to begin with. Imagine talking to your mother about your promotion, and the next day, she looks at you blankly when you bring it up. That's not ignorance. That's a red flag. Difficulty solving. Simple problems. Have you ever seen someone stare at a simple bill, confused about how to split it 3 ways? Dementia doesn't just attack memory, it eats away at reasoning. Balancing a checkbook, following a recipe, or even playing a game they once loved becomes a mental maze. It's not about intelligence, it's about something deeper malfunctioning. Withdrawal from activities or hobby. This one is sinister, because it's often mistaken for depression. Your father used to love gardening. Suddenly the tools are dusty, the plants are dying. He says he's just tired. But the truth? He's scared. Scared because he no longer remembers how to tend the soil, or which plant needs sunlight. Withdrawal isn't laziness. It's often a silent cry for help. Language problems. They struggle to find the right words. They call a refrigerator a cold food thing, or can't finish a sentence without getting stuck halfway. This isn't being bad with words. It's their brain losing its grip on language, one word at a time. And when they start avoiding conversation altogether, it's not shyness, it's fear of being exposed. Misplacing things in bizarre places. Everyone misplaces their phone. But finding your keys in the freezer or a remote in the microwave, that's not distraction. That's a malfunction in spatial and memory awareness. And worse, when they find it there, they accuse others of hiding it, which leads to the next terrifying sign: paranoia and suspicion. One of the most heartbreaking signs of dementia is when trust begins to vanish. A husband who once trusted his wife blindly now suspects she's stealing from him. A grandmother believes her caregiver is poisoning her food. This isn't them turning evil. It's the brain losing its ability to process reality. And what follows? Often isolation or aggression. You might be wondering, how can I tell the difference between these signs and regular aging? Here's a rule of thumb. If it disrupts daily life, if it creates confusion, if it causes fear, it's not normal aging. And we're only halfway through. The next signs are even more subtle and even more devastating. Confusion with time or place. They might forget what year it is or think it's still 1994. They might be in the kitchen but think they're at work, or they can't remember how they got there. This time, disorientation can lead to wandering and people getting lost in their own neighborhood. It's why some never return home. Poor judgment or decision-making. Suddenly, they're wearing winter coats in the middle of summer. They give away large amounts of money to strangers or fall for scams they would have once laughed at. Dementia erodes judgment. It clouds instincts, and it leaves people vulnerable to manipulation. to danger, to exploitation, changes in mood and personality. This one hits families the hardest. The warm, funny father becomes irritable, even violent. The caring grandmother turns cold and snappy. They might cry for no reason, laugh inappropriately, or become apathetic. But deep down, they're still there, watching helplessly as their identity crumbles. Repetition and echoes. You tell them something, and 10 minutes later, they ask again. You explain, and they ask again. It's not just forgetting. It's like a loop, a broken record, repeating, because the brain isn't saving anything new. This is one of the last signs before dementia tightens its grip completely. Reflection segment. Pulling on emotions. If you've seen even one of these signs in someone you love, don't panic. But don't ignore it either, because early detection, it's not about fixing dementia. It's about slowing it. It's about managing it. It's about giving time to say the things that matter while there's still time to say them. And if you're noticing these signs in yourself, talk to someone. Don't suffer in silence. But here's something they don't often tell you. Dementia doesn't only affect the elderly. Younger people, as early as their 40s, can start showing signs. It's called young-onset dementia. And because doctors often dismiss symptoms, it's dangerously underdiagnosed. Stress, poor sleep, toxins, and even lifestyle choices can accelerate it. What you eat, how you sleep, and the mental stimulation you give your brain, all of it matters. So while this video was about signs to notice, the real message is, it's what you do now that matters. Our brain is a forest of memories, emotions, identity. And while dementia may dim the lights, it doesn't mean the person is gone. Not yet. Not fully. Early action, medical help, love, and understanding can go a long way. So if this video resonated with you, share it with someone. It might help them recognize the signs. Leave a comment if you've witnessed these symptoms. You're not alone. And subscribe, because we've got more health and mind-focused stories coming. And before we go, here are 5 brain-protecting habits you can start today. 1. Daily movement. Just 30 minutes of walking can boost brain health. 2. Mind nutrition. Eat more berries, leafy greens, and omega-3s. 3. Sleep. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Brain repair happens at night. 4. Learn something new. A language, an instrument, a puzzle. Stimulate your brain. 5. Connect. Social interaction protects memory. Talk, laugh, stay curious. Memory is the thread that stitches our life together. Don't let it unravel without a fight. Until next time, stay aware, stay kind, and protect what makes us us, our mind.